Hello and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. This is my first time playing through Baldur's Gate 3, so no Act 3 spoilers, please. Yep, and there I am. I'm checking my audio here. I am playing on a PS5, playing the game on my television set, but watching the chat room and the live stream on my laptop, so that's a separate screen off to the side there. Okay, so yesterday we fought Sarevok, and we went to the Water Queen's house, and we got a quest there to investigate some kind of creature that's in the harbor. I have a sneaking suspicion that it's a submarine type thing and not actually a creature, but I don't know. I could be wrong. What else did we do yesterday? We went to... Well, yeah, we went to Candle Hollow Tombstones, because that's how you get in and find Sarevok and the Murder Tribunal and all that kind of stuff. What else did we do yesterday? Let me check here. I can look back. I know it was just yesterday, so why don't I remember? Well, it's been a long week. I'm very tired. In fact, I'm babysitting a cat right now. So if I suddenly stop and start talking strangely, it's probably because I'm talking to my cat. Lay down, sweetie. Lay down. He's wearing a cone so he doesn't lick his stitches. He had to have surgery. He doesn't like it. Lay down, honey. Just lay down. He's laying here with me while I live stream. I've actually already been playing for about an hour, but I've done nothing but inventory management. I got some new gear for a few of my characters. I think that we bought some new boots and some new gloves and stuff, and I sorted around a bunch of potions. I worked on some alchemy. I cleared out a bunch of junk at camp that we had in our camp chest and sold it off, and yada yada yada. I did all of that. We don't have any more short rests left. But we're all dressed up with nowhere to go. Look at all these ghouls and friends and angels and Halsin is in some kind of Myrmidon form and all of that. So I felt like we should find something interesting to do. Oh, right, we rescued Volo. That was the other thing that we did. We rescued Volo. There were some people here on the docks that were going to blow him up. We talked to some fishermen. We went to the Water Queen's house. Yeah. Volo is back at our camp now. I don't know if he's going to stay there, but he was there and we talked to him. Right, and we went to the Murder Tribunal, fought Sarevok. And we rescued Valeria from the abattoir. If you don't know what that means, you can check out my video from yesterday. My live streams are always saved on YouTube. So if you ever want to go back and see what I did on another day or see what I did in another part of the game. And I try to always put chapters on them with timestamps so that you can easily find things. We'll skip through the video and find something that you're looking for. Alright. I think that's everything I need to say, and I'm good. Anyway, yeah, let's find something to do before we do a long rest. Let's take advantage of having all of these critters with us. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come down here. I wasn't sure what the deal was with this ship out here. There's a quarantined ship. And I think that any of us who walk on it are going to get sick. That's what I read online. But you know what? It won't last forever. We'll just be sick until a long rest, which we're about to do a long rest. So let's go see what happens. Worst case scenario, we reload because we die or something. Yep, Constitution failed. Constitution successful. On Halson, he didn't get sick. My own deal, says Jorkins. Let's read it. Ridiculous old Disby and his portents of doom, but this time maybe he's right. Though everything would be fine if Harfang had made me quartermaster, as I deserved, instead of giving the position to that old coot. But she went and did it, and so when we anchored at Crone Island, I slipped ashore and made my own deal. I'm a smart one, I am. Okay, well, I don't know. How smart is he? Maybe he's dead now. What does a quartermaster do on a ship? I think that's the person responsible for, like, finding all of the supplies that they need. Yes, in the military it says a quartermaster manages logistics and supplies for a unit or troops. Distributes supplies and provisions. Yep. That's what I do. I'm the quartermaster of our family. In navies, okay, on the water, a quartermaster is a petty officer responsible for navigation and operating the helm of the ship. Okay. So that's a little different. Not quite the same thing. So can we not loot? The Lustrous Lass. When the first man-up said he wanted me to check out a Lustrous Lass, I didn't realize that was the ship's name and almost said something regrettable. But when he said the vessel was under quarantine after drifting into a harbor with a dead crew, I realized Ilmater had a task for me. The crew were dead indeed, of poison or pestilence, but what killed them? I found a wicker basket of rotting fruit of a kind I didn't recognize. Would that be it? There's an aura of wickedness here that belies mere death by food poisoning. I must search more thoroughly. But all of a sudden I'm feeling tired. Very tired. Uh-oh. Well, she died. Oh, that one's empty. Oh, that's Jorkins. Okay, that's where we did loot him. Well, what about this chest here then? Hang on, let me loot the others. I told Jorkins, Jorkins, I said, the captain should never have dropped anchor at Crone Island, but Jorkins just laughed at me like he always does. Now I ain't seen the captain in days, just stays in her cabin and calls out through her door saying she's sick, and I'm feeling mighty poorly myself. Jorkins didn't look so good neither, but at least he stopped laughing at me. Okay. Are these hatches something we can get into? Oh, there's Harfang. The rest of my life. The last few 10 days since I made the deal with the Gloom Crone have been the happiest I've ever known. Enough gold to last the rest of your life, she promised. And every day I've hefted those heavy clinking bags and been satisfied with my lot. But I didn't want to just feel it, I wanted to see it. So last night I opened the sacks and discovered the Crone's trick. 6 actual gold pieces, while the rest of the coins, thousands of them, were nothing but worthless dross. I checked them over the side into the dark, and then I suddenly felt ill. Well, who wouldn't? But something is scratching and making noise in my baggage, something bigger than a rat, and I'm afraid to see what it is. Ooh, there's something really sinister going on here. They should never have gone to Crone Island. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, these hatches, they don't look like we can get into the hatches. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe. Storage. Oh, some fishies. Do we want fish off of a cursed ship? I mean, they don't seem to have anything wrong with them. Okay. Alright, well, let's open this chest and see what happens. Oh, shoot. Okay, here we go. What are we dealing with? A cursed imp. Nice. Let's examine. He's resistant to slashing, piercing, bludgeoning, acid immunity, fire immunity. Okay. Cold resistance, poison immunity. Can't be surprised. Okay. Devil's sight. Can see in the darkness. Mortal reminder. When you land a critical hit, this creature and any nearby enemies must succeed a saving throw. Wisdom saving throw or become frightened. Okay. Initiative +8. Wow, I'm surprised we beat him at the initiative there. Alright, so a little bit of cold could affect him. Slashing, piercing, bludgeoning does half damage. Alright, no acid, no fire, no poison. No acid, no fire, no poison. He's a fiend. Okay, Astarion, do you have any arrows to fight fiends? He's got all kinds of arrows. Construct slaying. Humanoid slaying. Monstrosity slaying. Fiend slaying. There we go. Whoa. What happened? Do we take as much damage as he takes or more? What the heck? Oh, wow. That wasn't much.
Yes, here.
Just getting back out of the way here. That might kill the angel. I don't think he can do anything besides reviving and wrathful smiting. Oh, yeah, he took a lot of damage. Maybe it's the illness, because we're all sick.
Survival is all that matters.
Alright, well, let's wild shape. Because that gives me extra hit points. Oh, we killed it. Who said ha ha ha? That didn't sound like anyone's voice that I normally recognize. Was it the angel? It almost sounded like the dream guardian person.
A soft bedroll in my near future.
All right. All right, let's loot this chest. Gold, a gold ingot, battle mage power. Ooh, nice. Crawler mucus and malice. All right, well that was fun. Man, the cursed imp had nothing. Alright, but we killed the cursed imp. So maybe the curse is off of us and off the boat? I don't know. Let's take a look. Ooh, I have Slayer knowledge. Advantage on saving throws against being frightened by a ball-spawned Slayer. The tome Bolo found was very informative. Okay. Civil Militia? What is this? Oh, that's just my weapon proficiency. Okay. Huh. Well, it doesn't say I've got any other conditions, so maybe we're not sick anymore? I mean, Halston never got sick in the first place.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Do we all have Slayer knowledge? Yeah, we do. Okay. Yeah, or we all got it. So I read the book, but we all got it. Or it applies to the whole party. Got it.
Can't give up now.
Okay. Let's do a save here. Counting House Docks.
You've been caught lurking around the Sword Coast's most secure bank without permission.
Yeah, I was afraid they'd
The
get mad
guards
about it.
are understandably upset.
I will reload. Yeah, don't mind me. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to be here. I was just exploring. Took care of your cursed boat, though. You're welcome. Alright, let's go back to camp, do a long rest, see if we get any cutscenes. I don't think we will. And then figure out what to do next. Maybe we'll go to the Wyrmway with Wyll. I know I've got to do that. Alright, we just won't go in there. Alright, well that was a fun little thing to do before we go back to camp and have a nap. Oh, I suppose I could just use the, I could just go straight to camp. Or I could use the waypoints. Okay. Dealt with that, dealt with that. I know there's a way through the sewers to get into Flim Cargo's basement, because I found it already. So I want to go back and, if we go in here to investigate, we need to, I'm going to try to go in through the sewers. Oh, now it says Orin's victim is here. That's weird. They were here. There was a quest marker here. I wonder why it's here now. Act 3 is very confusing to me. I can't figure out where I'm supposed to go, what I'm supposed to do, what order I should do things in. Some stuff seems glitched. Doesn't make any sense. Just running through the city streets with my parade of creatures. Oh, my critters. Ghouls, angels, dryad, woodwode, etc., etc. Alright, so what did we find here? Oh, we've got some gold ingots to sell. We found all these books about their ship, telling us a little backstory of what happened on the ship. So somebody made a deal with a hag or something and it cursed the ship. And everyone died. Let's split this up here for a second. I don't use weapons all that often, so it's kind of pointless for me to have these things that coat weapons when I don't use my weapons. Halson doesn't really use weapons a lot either. Astarion is the one that uses weapons. Shadowheart does sometimes. Karlach definitely does. And Wyll does sometimes, maybe? I don't know. I'll send one to him. Okay. Alright, it's time to go to bed, see what happens. I know we'll lose all of our summoned critters. Oh, right! And my painting! I meant to show you about my painting. This is the Ghost Whisperer painting that we got from Oscar the artist. I can't put it on the walls. I tried. I actually took down some of the paintings that are in the room. Before I started live streaming, I told you I was playing for about an hour doing inventory management. I was trying to put it on the wall, but I couldn't figure out how to make that happen. But I was able to put it on the floor, and you can see it really is me. It's a painting of me. I thought that was pretty cool. Alright, does anyone have anything to talk about? Gale, what is your deal? Why are you... I guess because he has... Maybe it's the Supreme Elixir of Arcane Cultivation or something, but he's glowing all purple.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
No, I'm good. How are you doing?
It feels ridiculous to still be thinking about Cazador. He's gone. I'm here. I won. But I still keep reliving everything that happened. Playing it over and over in my mind.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, you're not going to get over it in a day. How does it feel? Do you regret turning down all that power? In the ritual chamber, you were someone else, someone unrecognizable. Was he, though? I thought he was totally recognizable. Do you think we did the right thing, freeing all those vampire spawn? I'm not going to ask him about... I do want to know what he thinks of the vampire spawn, but I'm not going to ask that right now because he's talking about his feelings. I'm not going to, like, skip right over that and go straight to, so about those vampire spawn. I will say, how did he feel?
Invigorating. Terrifying. All of the above. I'm still trying to understand it, really.
Yeah, it's a lot to
I
process.
came so close to losing everything back there. To losing myself. back at the ritual, all I could see was the power on offer and the safety it promised. I was so blinded by it. Just as Cazador was. But you saw something in me. Someone else I could be. Someone who could break the cycle of power and terror that started centuries ago. You saved me back there. I may not have appreciated it at the time, but I do now.
Oh,
Thank you.
that was so sweet. You saved yourself. I just gave you a push. The ritual would have changed you. I'm glad you resisted it. I wasn't sure if you'd stop the ritual or not, honestly. Do you think we did the right thing freeing the vampire spawn? I'm not going to say you saved yourself. I just gave you a push. I don't feel like I want to... I mean, he did save himself. I feel like I want to give him more credit than that. But I don't want to feel like... I don't want to say, like, but I gave you a push in the right direction. Like, I mean, I kind of did. But I don't know. That just sounds kind of weird to say. The ritual would have changed you. I'm glad you resisted it. I think that's true. Lay down, baby. Yeah. My little kitty. My poor little kitty. I wasn't sure if you'd stop the ritual or not, honestly. That's true. But I don't know if I should admit that. Do you think we did the right thing? Yeah, I'll say the ritual would have changed you. I'm glad you resisted it. That's very true, because if he had done the ritual, I would have broke up with him. There's no way I could be... Now, see, here's the thing, is at the beginning of the game... I don't know at what point I found out about the ritual and that he could do it instead and become an ascended vampire. I think I read something online. I don't think the game tells you right away. You have to kind of eventually figure that out. But I think that at some point I read something online where it was like, oh, you know, Astarion could become ascended instead of Cazador. And at the time I thought, oh, that would be perfect. He could be the all-powerful vampire instead of Cazador. That would be great. But then I found out, oh, but you got to kill like 7,000 people. Do you want to get down, baby? You want to come down? All right, let me be the elevator. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. There you go. My kitty's not supposed to get up or down on his own. There you go. He's not supposed to climb because his leg was broken and they had to do surgery on it. So he's trying to... His leg needs to heal, and so he's not supposed to be jumping around or anything. So if he wants to get up and down from his cat tree, oh, baby, then I have to put him in it. I have to be the elevator. So that's what I was doing. He wanted to get down. He was in the cat tree laying here the whole time I was streaming for about half an hour. Well, hour and a half now, actually. I was streaming for half an hour, but playing for an hour. But he wanted to get down. Okay, baby. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so I was like, okay. Then I found out that you had to kill a 7,000 spawn, and I was kind of like, okay, well, I could see that, though, because if they are, I mean, the game even says they're ravenous, 7,000 ravenous vampire spawn would not be good to unleash on the world. So I was thinking, okay, that's fine, we'll kill them, too. Like, I didn't really necessarily have a problem with that. But then I found out from spoilers that if he becomes Cazador Ascended, he just basically becomes Cazador and becomes an asshole. And your relationship with him is awful. Like, you can agree to let him turn you into a vampire, but he'll always treat you like shit. And there's like this little insight or something that you can roll that'll say that like he looks at you and he doesn't look at you the same anymore. He sees you as, an underling, a submissive or whatever, and he doesn't respect you anymore or something like that. And I didn't want that to happen. Oh, my daughter just came in. Yeah, he wanted to get down. But every time I let him down, I know. Every time I let him down with the cone on, he goes straight into the kennel. Well, because at night, we put the cone on him at night and then put him in the kennel while we sleep so that he doesn't hurt himself, climbing around or anything while his leg's healing. The vet said we had to keep him in the kennel so he wouldn't climb or jump while we're sleeping. And usually as soon as we put the cone on him, we put him into the kennel and go to bed. The kennel's at the foot of our bed. I mean, he can hear us. We put the TV on and we turn on little YouTube videos of birds and stuff so he has something to look at. He's not just in there all, alone in the garage or something. But, yeah, now he's kind of like learned, I guess, by training that you put the cone on him and he goes straight into the kennel. So, like, I put the cone on him before I started streaming just in case I was, like, in the middle of... Is he purring? If I was in the middle of a fight or something, I didn't want him to be licking himself, like licking his stitches. So I put the cone on, and he was laying here next to me with the cone on just fine. But then when he got down from the castle, he just went straight into the kennel like he thought it was bedtime. It is dark out. Maybe he thinks it's bedtime because Daddy's not here. My husband went out. He had an appointment, an eye doctor appointment. Normally we take him downstairs with us and watch TV and have dinner and stuff. But Daddy's not here and it's dark, so he thinks he's just supposed to go to bed. It's not bedtime yet, baby. Alright. Anyway, so yes. When I found out that Astarion would just turn into an asshole like Cazador, I was like, okay, we can't be doing this then. But, yeah, I'm going to say I'm glad you resisted it.
So am I. Fun as all that power would have been, this feels more... me. When I look at my
you sure about
future,
that?
anything and everything feels possible now. Ooh. And I get to share it with you as a partner. An equal. You saved me from myself. And let me walk a new path where I can be free. Truly, honestly, free.
Aww.
This is a gift, Thank you. I won't forget it.
That's exactly what he said to me when I let him bite my neck. Early on in the game, if you let him bite your neck, and you don't die, you stop him before he sucks all your blood out. He says that then, too, because you're like the first person, the first thinking being that he had ever drank blood from. And it helps him out because he's all weak. He has to go hunting for animals to drain their blood, but he can't go hunting because he's weak, so he asks you for your help. I always thought that was kind of a pretense that... him coming up and being like, oh, I can't hunt unless I bite you, is like, yeah, that's such a lie. He just wants to bite me. That's what I think anyway. That's my headcanon. But after you let him do it, that's what he says. He says, this is a gift. Thank you. I won't forget it. And he just said it again. That's so interesting that they brought it full circle like that. And I'm glad he feels free to be himself because, I mean, there's one way of looking at Astarion is that he's always been self-serving and power-hungry and evil and all of that, conniving. But if you step back from it and see why he's that way, like, he had no choice. I mean, I know, we always have a choice. But you know what I mean? Like, if he chose to go against Cazador, then he just wouldn't be here right now. Cazador would have destroyed him. Or locked him away or whatever. He was compelled by Cazador. I mean, we saw it in some of the guards and things that we helped. There were guards at the palace that were in a thrall to Cazador. And, all of the spawn were bound to Cazador and had to do what he told them and had to follow his rules and all of that. So, yeah, to that extent, he didn't have a choice. And his way of dealing with it was to become sassy and an asshole and to disassociate. Because if he cared about the people he was bringing back for Cazador to feed on, he thought Cazador was going to feed on them, but he wasn't. He was saving them for the ritual. But anyway, Astarion didn't know that. But, you know, if Astarion cared about the people he was bringing back to be victims, you know, he just couldn't. Like, to mentally deal with that, he had to not care. And so this whole game, he comes across as being this insensitive asshole. You know, he wants power because he doesn't want to be under the control of Cazador or anyone else. I mean, that's one way. You know, people who are super insecure want control, right? That's one way to deal with insecurity. There are other ways to deal with insecurity. Instead of control, maybe you seek someone stronger than you and you latch on to them and you get them to protect you, which is what he also does in the game. I mean, he admits it, that he was manipulating me in the beginning and, you know, trying to coerce me into having a relationship with him so that I'd protect him. So he did that too. But, you know, that's one way to deal with it. Yeah, so, you know, he wanted to be powerful and strong enough that he never had to be under Cazador's control again or under anyone's control. I totally get that. But yeah, I wouldn't have wanted him to become super evil and abusive himself and just replace Cazador. Like, we found a list of all the vampires who had existed since, like, for the past, I don't know what, like 1,000 years or something. And he would have just been another name on that list, doing horrible things and victimizing people. He's picking lint off of his clothes. I haven't seen him do that before. That must be a new animation. Or I just didn't notice. But yeah, here this conversation that we just had makes it sound like he's the kinder, gentler Astarion that is truly free. Is truly free from the need to manipulate others to protect himself. And I should hope, I mean, I don't think it's really like built into the game, but in my own headcanon, I should hope that helping him build up his necromancy powers. He's a pretty damn powerful necromancer in his own right. I mean, he can speak to the dead, he can conjure ghouls, he can reanimate corpses, he can do all kinds of stuff with necromancy. So, like, you know, maybe turning him into a really powerful necromancer will also kind of give him a sense of power and some stability. But yeah, there's so many different ways to deal with being victimized. You can either turn around and victimize others. You can, you know, find someone to protect you. You can educate yourself and others. You can, I mean, I think that a lot of like what motivates me, like I have this drive, right, to make the world a better place. I try to help other people. And yeah, okay, that because it's a nice thing to do. But like, no, I have like a drive. Like, I have coordinated charity events. I've done a lot of volunteer work. I've donated to a lot of causes, you know, that kind of thing. And I think at the heart of that drive is the fact that I grew up in an abusive situation and I don't want anyone else to suffer. Like, I know what it feels like to suffer in a lot of different ways, not just from my abusive childhood, but, you know, unhealthy relationships, bad situations in life, bad events, you know, things that happen. I've been through some shit, and I don't, you know, I understand what it feels like to go through shit. And so I want to help other people so they don't have to go through shit. You know, I heard this one time, somebody said on the internet, there's two types of people. There's the people who say, I've got mine, screw everyone else. And there's the people who say, you know, I've been through shit and nobody should have to put up with this crap. I'm not going to let it happen to anyone else. You know, and I'm in the latter camp. But, yeah. Anyway. He looks like he needs to get some sleep. He looks kind of rough. Let's go get some sleep. Alright, I talked to Gale, I talked to Astarion. Do you have anything to say, Karlak? Anything interesting about anything?
What's on your mind?
I don't know. No. Oh, Volo's still here. Okay, hey Volo. Oh, I could probably sell some shit to him too. Do I still have the gold bar?
Whatever happens next, be sure that I will document it all as accurately as possible.
Yep. Yeah, I can sell him. There we go. Alright. Oh! Oh my god, Minsk. He's got Boo on his head. Ah! What was that?
What is it, my friend?
I'm just checking to see if you have anything else to say. Hey Herman, how you doing? How you doing today?
The cub speaks.
Am I the cub? Cub?
Huh. Not so much a term of age or affection as simple old habits. You object?
No, I don't object. Not so long as I get to call you Crow. I've been called worse things, I'll say that.
It will be again. But now I shall mutter them under my breath. Out of respect.
Aw. I love Jaheira so much. You have a history with Sarevok. Oh, right. Yeah, I found out after we fought Sarevok yesterday. My daughter told me that he was from some previous Baldur's Gate games or something. So now I kind of wish that I had taken Minsk and Jaheira with me to see what they had to say about Sarevok. That would have been an interesting thing. But somebody's probably done it somewhere on YouTube, so I'll see.
Nothing so grand.
I'll go watch it on YouTube.
He was just another broken little ballspawn who tried to clamber to glory over the corpses of others. There was a time when he might have made more of himself. He was certainly given the chance after we threw him down, but he slunk back into his father's shadow instead. There is nothing more to say of him.
I could say a few more things about him. Did you know that he impregnated his daughter and the result was Orin? That's what we found out yesterday. Ew. How you doing, Shadowheart?
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
That little outfit looks so cute on her. Okay, Wyll.
Always good to talk, my friend.
Is it? And Halson.
I have longed to hear your voice. Speak to me.
Okay. It says he's thoroughly stuffed. I'd like to be thoroughly stuffed. Okay. You guys are just going to disappear in a minute, so bye. See you next time. Alright, let's use up some of this food and whatnot. I don't even know what all this is. Beast dish, 20 camp supplies. Wow, okay. And Baldurian seafood. Yeah, we grabbed a bunch of fish down at the docks. Let's have some cheese and some wine. Alright, we need 12 more. What do we have? How about a melon? Alright, we need 10 more. Oh, cheese and fruit sounds so good, actually. Alright, there we go. Okay. Those vines just keep growing. Alright, they said we were out of space, so let's delete some things. Here we go. Alright. So what are we going to do next? That's a good question. I don't want to do main quest stuff, of course. We could go try to find Orin. We could go try to find Hellsick. I'm not sure what order we should do things in. We could go to the Wyrmway with Wyll. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. What the heck? We started to do it a while back. And then I was like, you know, I think this is part of a quest and maybe we shouldn't start doing it yet. And then we got the quest, so...
Always good to talk, my friend. I'm up for the challenge. You've just got to make a little space.
Alright, I'm tempted to have him replace Gale, but Gale's got some pretty powerful spells and scrolls and abilities. Halsin's great in a fight, like as an owlbear kind of thing, but I don't know if we're going to need that in the Wyrmway as much as we might need Gale's tricks. So I'm going to go...
Let's make this happen.
It's going to be me and Astarion and Gale and Wyll. That's going to be an interesting party. I don't know if I've had that particular group before. I hope it works. Now, the last time that we tried to go into the Wyrmway, we were trying to do one of the trials, and I was failing, even though we were like, we were supposed to like hold this torch or something and keep it from going out. And Astarion shot one of the enemies off the platform, and then it said we failed. And I was like, okay, maybe we're not supposed to shoot them off the platform. And I went and looked it up, and people were saying, oh, a good way to pass the test is to shoot them all off the platform. And I was like, okay, we did that, but it told us we lost. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how this is going to work for us, but we'll see. Okay. Now, this might not go very well. We have to go back to a previous area. I think it's Worms Rock Fortress. Is where we need to go. You are entering a different region. Venture forth? Yes. I hope this is the right thing to do. If not, we can reload.
Let's rehearse this one more time. Pretend I'm a fist and tell me what you were doing in the house.
Alright, nobody attacked us. The guard is still asleep at the prison. Nobody has noticed that we killed all the guards and helped Floric escape. Alright, now I've been in here before. but I came in from, like, I turned into a cat and I crept in through a drainage pipe or something. And I came in from the other direction, and that opened the passage to my friends. But I think there's a way to come in the front way. And it has to do with lightning. Invalid target. Okay.
Direct me.
Can you do lightning?
The pride of the gate.
Can you do lightning? He doesn't seem to be able to do anything. Can't cast spells, not proficient with equipped boots. What? What's wrong with your boots, Wyll? Okay. He's not proficient with his boots. Well, let's get out of here and get him into some better boots. Oh, we're back in this camp. Oh, Minsk. Minsk is here now. Okay, let's sort by type and find him some better boots. I didn't realize his boots were messed up. I thought he was proficient with medium armor, but I guess not. Sorry, Wyll, I didn't realize. Sure, let's give him feigned death. I don't know if momentum really matters that much. All right.
to do.
There was something in the game that said something about setting these dragon's head torches on fire or crackling them with lightning or something. I don't necessarily want to damage them. Let's see if we can figure out. Deal lightning damage to each torch, either with a spell or an arrow of lightning. Okay. Okay. Everybody stand back. Let Astarion do an arrow of lightning. I'm pretty sure we have some. There we go. I knew it was something to do with lightning. And now they have blue flames.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Alright. Let's go back in here. Already looted that. A little tiny skeleton in there. What is that? Find the entrance to Answer's lair, the Wyrmway. Okay, I think that's the Wyrmway there. Alright, here we go. Let's do a save.
You have my attention. An elf seafarer alongside a bronze dragon. Quite a pair. Baldur and his scaly comrade gazing on their creation, Baldur's Gate. Baldur sets sail and leaves the dragon guarding the city.
Let's move.
Alright, so I think we're about to go down here and find a dragon. That way it's called the Wyrmway, because this is where the dragon is. Baldur went off and left him.
statue before you bears a familiar likeness. It is Baldur, the celebrated adventurer who founded the city of Baldur's Gate.
Peril floods my province. The palisades fall, the earth does tremble. The servants of shadow and blood assemble. Beyond lies the grand worm, deep in slumber, awaiting a true hero's advent, should my domain drown in torment. Be you the deluge, turn away. Be you the hero, answer true. Are you worthy?
Poetic nonsense. There is no worm and no savior.
What are you? What is this place? I am worthy. Open the way. Arcana. Examine the statue. What magic might be at work? Sorry about that. I think I made it.
You
Continue.
sense neither life nor spirit within the statue. A powerful variant of magic mouth has been cast on it, allowing it to speak only recorded messages.
Yeah, we've encountered that spell before. What are you? What is this place?
The statue gives no response.
All right, then I'll say I'm worthy.
Ancient Ansar, hear me. A champion is proclaimed. The test begins. Let your judgment follow.
All right, here we go. Now, like I say, I've been in here before.
Centuries walking the streets, and I never knew this was under them. What other wonders have I missed?
Ooh, there's some big old stones there, crystals or something. Are you gonna talk to me? Nope, I guess not. Alright, so there's this door. That one I've been through before. That's the trial where there were some apparitions and a torch that we had to protect, and I don't know, it was very confusing and I couldn't figure out how to do it. I haven't been through that door, I haven't been through that door. And I've looked over here.
Almost like an art gallery.
I thought that this was something that we would have to deal with by going through the other trials. But it is itself a trial, I believe. Initially, I didn't know that, but I was looking around online. I didn't mean to get spoilers for this. Like, I wasn't trying to look up information about this. But, you know, you go looking around for information about things in general, and then you end up with spoilers. So, yeah. This is one of the trials here. So we have these paintings.
The apple. The painting depicts a red-haired man stealing a shiny apple from a cart in an open-air market. You know this market, the Wide, where Baldur's Gate citizens and visitors gather to conduct trade and wax political.
Okay. And then the child.
The child, A red-haired man is portrayed with his cloak's hood lowered, giving an apple to a smiling urchin. Several other children are huddled behind the one receiving the apple, hands outstretched. The induction. A red-haired man is depicted in hushed conversation with a dark-haired woman. She wears a cloak with an unusual symbol on it, tally marks totaling the number 9.
It looks like there's some writing up above, but I don't know how I would read it.
The theft. A red-haired man is depicted in the Hall of Wonders, thieving what looks to be a priceless artifact. It's an astrolabe of entrapment. It could hold a dozen djinn within it, perhaps even more. The chase. A red-haired man is depicted running through the city streets, a flaming fist officer chasing just behind. A cloaked woman, hair dark as a raven, looks on from a safe distance.
Did she put him up to it? Was he stealing it for her?
The judgment. A stern judge, his pockets full of coin, orders a red-haired man to the gallows. A shiny apple rests on the ground nearby.
Okay. Journal of Past Adventurers number 2, I think that said. I hadn't expected puzzles. Is the Great Worm really hidden behind tests of this kind? I'd expected feats of strength, yes, but nothing like this, like it was designed for sport. Okay. So now we have... Oh, the statue of Baldur. What's...
A true champion knows justice and eliminates those who stand in its way. Restore the balance of justice.
Justice. No pardon without repentance, and no penalty without mercy. The right path often lies between the extremes.
Mercy? Please. Justice should be a harsh lesson. All the better to deter the next vagabond.
He says, being himself a vagabond. I'm with Astarion, off with every criminal's head. Yeah, no, if that were true, then it would be off with Astarion's head, too. Thank you for the wise words, Wyll. I'll keep them in mind. Is that a general aphorism of yours, or are you trying to be helpful? I'd rather you keep your musings to yourself. No, I'll say thank you for the wise words.
Wise indeed. Though I can't take credit. It was my father who taught me the ways of the just.
All right. So, what do we have here? We have the judge. Are we supposed to talk to him? And it looks like we have 3 paintings. Shrouded painting. Look closer.
Shadows are blocking me. I need to get rid of them somehow.
Okay. Maybe with wind? You guys need to stand back, please. Come on back here. Let me break off here. Now, I think... I have a necklace. And with my necklace on, I can cast a gust of wind. Let's see if that will do it. I guess I should save first, just in case it doesn't work. I don't want to waste the spell. Nope. That didn't work. He was off balance for a bit, but okay. That didn't work. Well, to dispel shadows, we probably want to cast light. We'll try that. Yeah, I didn't want spoilers when I came across this and I found out that this is one of the trials. I was like, okay, I'm not going to read any further. I don't want spoilers, but so I don't know how to get through the trial. I just know that it is a trial. All right. Daylight. All right, does that work?
The shadows are blocking me. I need to get rid of them somehow.
Okay.
Away! Behold, the paintings tell the tale. My judgment is rendered. The thief earns his due.
All right. Well, maybe we gotta fight this dude. Immune to piercing damage. Alright, hang on. The daylight didn't work either. So let's see what else we can do. Let's see if we can examine this judge. It's an undead shadow. Shrouded sentence. Oh, he's cursed. Oh, okay. I think I can lift curses. Yeah. Touch a creature, negate any charm, petrification, stun, or curse afflicting it.
Looks like that hurt.
There we go. The dishonorable judge was banished, but judgment must still be passed. Okay. The hanging.
The hanging. A red-haired man is depicted hanging from a gallows as a crowd looks on.
I don't know. Hanging
You
seems like a
notice
severe
child in the
punishment.
crowd, a falling tear leaving a trail on his cheek.
Seems like a severe punishment just for stealing.
Freedom. A red-haired man walks the streets of Baldur's Gate, clad in a billowing cloak. You catch a glimpse of a sly smile beneath his hood, and a golden coin in his hand.
A thief walks free. Is this truly justice?
The cell. A stern prison guard slides a warm meal into the thief's cell. The red-haired man has a 10-day left to serve, judging by the scratchings on the wall behind him.
Yeah, okay. That seems fair. Not to let him go, but also not to hang him. I mean, hanging seems severe. Alright, let's move that one to here. Alright, maybe I gotta pick it up. Because he said justice was somewhere in between, so we'll pick the one that is somewhere in between.
Banished to the honorable judge and applied
Principle of the sentence being proportional to the crime. You are a paragon of justice. Proceed. Oh, okay. So I guess we passed that trial. Cool. Let's do a save. Alright, now let's go in here and see if we can figure out how to get this trial to work again. Oh, right. Chamber of Courage. You know, we might need Shadowheart in here to cast Sanctuary. If she casts Sanctuary on me, then they wouldn't attack me? Would that negate? Because it says I have to have courage. So, like, anything that I try to do to defend myself seems to say that I don't have courage. I don't think I have Sanctuary. But I do have this wall of stone. I don't know if that'll do it, but... like, maybe I could cast wall of stone around me and then they can't come and get me or something. Alright, I don't know. We'll see. Let's try it.
A champion burns bright, even when rushing waters and moaning winds threaten to extinguish the flames. Take the torch, withstand the elements, prove your courage.
Okay. Here we go. This one was so frustrating to me last time. Survive the trial, 4 turns remaining. Didn't knock him down.
Creator, destroyer.
Globe of Invulnerability. Yeah, let's try that. I haven't cast this before. was a potion that he could drink that would, like, make it so that his concentration was hard to break.
This
But,
is my
okay.
time.
Alright, what's your play here? Wyll? Slow. Temporary banish your target. Yeah, let's try banish. I don't think I've ever tried banish before. Oh, I can do it on more than one. Cool.
Worth a try.
Because that'll force them to only attack him and not me.
What now?
Get her nether stone. What? Now that we have the Ballast Amulet and the Temple of Balls location, we can finally face Orin. Okay. But Orin won't be happy that we dismantled the murder tribunal. We must reach the temple and rescue her victim before she learns of this. That makes it sound like there's a time limit, but I've read online that there's not really a time limit on anything in Act 3 except for Floric's execution, which we've already rescued Floric, so that doesn't matter. Wyrmway. Yeah, okay. It's weird that that would pop up right there for some reason. What the heck is this? Oh, more of them showed up. Shit.
Joneses.
See, I don't want to do anything that's going to break his concentration. Usually it'll tell you if it's going to break their concentration, but I'm not sure. What happens if we explode this thing? I don't know. I'll just do this.
No holding back.
What was this? Fiendish resilience. Choose a damage type and become resistant to it. Alright, that's cool. For every short rest. I don't know. What kind of damage can they do? I don't remember. I know that Halston can turn into one of these things, but I think they do cold damage. I'll say cold damage. My turn. Oh my gosh, there's so many of these things. Alright, whose turn is it? Astarion's. Well, I'll keep trying the arrows of roaring thunder. I don't think there's much else we really need to do here. It doesn't say that this requires concentration, so I'm gonna go for it. This could be a bad idea, but I'm gonna try.
Forever dauntless.
What weapon is he using, by the way? Because I think I sent him a better weapon. He's not fighting undead. It's fine. Okay. I don't think I've ever tried Chromatic Orb either. There's so many of these interesting spells I've never done. Crown of Madness. Oh, target must be humanoid. Okay, can't do it. I'm gonna try a fire shield. Alright, we still have one more, well, we have 2 turns to get through, but I'm thinking I should cast another Sphere of Invulnerability, and I think I've got, yeah, I've got some scrolls for that. Because this one will last, yeah, for 3 more turns. So that'll carry us through the end of the combat. Nope, I don't think it's going to bother him because we're invulnerable. Oh, she missed. It growled. No, it doesn't matter. He can't hurt us. What happens if we break these things? Use Raging Vortex on us, huh? What's Raging Vortex do? Yeah, see, so the globe disappeared because the second, well, I guess it's technically the 3rd round was over. But this one should protect us for the last round. Alright, so what's Raging Vortex? 2 to 16 damage per turn. Affected entity is silenced and is being dealt 2 to 16 bludgeoning damage per turn while remaining in the vortex. Ah, okay. I'll take that damage. I don't think it's going to kill any of us. We only have 1 more turn left. But let's see if we can knock him into the void. Nope. He's saved. I think he's invulnerable, right? Yeah, alright. He's standing on the edge of the globe, so that's fine.
Swords meet sorcery.
Oh, he's silenced, so he can't cast spells. Interesting. That's fine. Yeah, attacking at disadvantage on all these things. It doesn't matter. We'll just wait. No longer silenced. Let's see if we can Eldritch Blast this fool into the abyss. Yeah, there he goes. Bye! Screw you.
Fleet of foot.
I might as well try to heal Wyll a little bit. Thanks, Wyll. There you go, my friend. We only got to last one more turn, so it's really not worth doing anything here. Nah, it ain't worth it. Ooh, was that an attack of opportunity? Good job, you guys. No, not worth it. They're invulnerable, I'm invulnerable. Doesn't matter. Let's see if we can break this thing again. Yeah. Oh, I got crystal skin. Whatever that means. Ooh, is there still a thing over here? Yeah, there is. Okay. Nope, did we survive? Your courage is a beacon to the meek and mighty alike. May you ever withstand the raging elements. Proceed. Okay, so are we done in here? Nothing to loot from the elementals. But I will take this crystal. Okay, so I guess we're done with this one. Is that all we gotta do? Yeah, there's nothing else to do in here. Okay. We did it. That was the trick. We just had to cast that protection globe and we were good. Okay. So how long have I been streaming? For about an hour and a half. Alright. We have time. Oh, this has got a dragon head on it. Okay. That's probably where we're going to go in to see the dragon. After we do the 3 trials. So the 3 trials were that one, and that one over there, and now this one. Okay. I don't like this, walking across the bridge. But alright. Oh, I see some enemies on the map. Stead, Amaps, and Swelto. Okay, so what's the deal in here? Chamber of Insight.
A good leader has the insight to find good counsel. As a war reaches its end, there is one who doesn't advise for the city's prosperity.
Okay.
Find him and strike him down.
Does not advise for the city's prosperity. Okay. Oh. There's books flying around in here.
Hold still, will you?
Oh, I have to try to grab it?
Careful, I bite.
Item received. Swelto's Ethics of War. Okay. Good job, Astarion. Let's read it. The Ethic of War by Christina Swelto. My colleague Amaps proposes fair rules of engagement in times of war and forgiveness upon victory. Are we to spare our enemies then once they have fallen to our might? Are we to put all hatred behind us when surrender is offered? Indeed not. For what shall we do once our opponent gathers new armies and masses them once again along our borders? We shall wage another war and count the lives snuffed out by our magnanimity, however you say that word. Once an enemy kingdom is conquered, it must be razed to the ground. Only then can we be free of its specter. Okay. A 5-year war, a diplomat's record. Let's read that. 5-year war by Torwin Bass, or Basie. The war was, in truth, nothing short of a tragedy. It began as a mild altercation between the sanguine sons of the Aelio and Vita families regarding, if you can believe it, the proper ownership of a sheep farm. Over the course of 3 seasons, full-blown conflict had erupted between Baldur's Gate and Victon, a pointless war, leaving both cities with nothing but 1,000 youthful corpses to show for it.
I'll just help myself.
The Folly and the Fall. Though clearly old, this handbill has managed to maintain its bold print over time. For 1 season only, see the play that sent El Turel's Everlight Theater into chaos. The Sharp-Tongued Traveling Troupe presents The Folly and the Fall, a tragedy in 4 parts. Part 1, of Lost Netheril, that great wizarding empire in humanity's age of wonder. Part 2, of the great mage Karsus, his brief and terrible godhood and the ruin he wrought. Part 3, of Netheril's fall, 1,000 years of shade and Shar's subversion. Part 4, of Netheril's return and its shadow falling upon the land. Penned by the great bard Bragan Feg, The Folly and the Fall tells the true story of the flying Netherese city Tultanthar and its dramatic return after 1,000 years in exile on Shar's Plain of Shadow. See the climactic battle above Myth Draenor, rendered in stunning detail thanks to the finest thaumaturges on the coast. Direct on your village green as the Sharp-Tongued Traveling Troupe makes its transit into Baldur's Gate. See it now or face 1,000 years of sorrow. I love that the bard's name is Bragan. That's just such a cool bard name. The Archduke's leadership. Oh man, his pamphlets have reached even down here. This guy. Okay. Alright, Astarion, go try to catch that other book.
Tabbies, get down here!
Yelling at it is not going to help, my dude.
Tabbies?
This place is astonishing. A bard's legend made real.
Okay. Oh, suddenly it's me.
Keep a blade close.
Alright, let's split him off.
Keep your distance, darling.
It's gonna fly down here.
Tabbies, get down here! Tabbies, get down here!
Oh, I guess we can only do one at a time. Maybe if I already have one in my inventory, I can't grab the other one.
Tabbies, get down here!
I guess not. Okay. Wonders of Phandalin. There can hardly be a more prosperous and fortunate town than Phandalin. Phandelver's pact has brought prosperity to the land, splitting the wonders of Wave Echo Cave between gnomes and dwarves. The town now boasts thriving communities of both people living and working together in harmony. We have also tempted human spell weavers from all across the north to our town, who are happy to work side by side with the allies of Phandelver's pact. Witness this miracle for yourself. Okay, great. Piles of books. Rosa books. Wonders of Fandolin, yes. Corsairs of Luskan. Tucked like a gold filling, or some would say a pus-filled abscess, at the mouth of the river Mirar, Luskan is the city of merchant princesses. Swarthy bandit princes, the most diverse, cutthroat, and fractured cabal of pirates on Terrell. Okay. I think we've read that before. It seems kind of familiar. Oh, more pamphlets about Gortash. What abides below? Falmondon tells us that Grey Harbor was a small coastal village before Baldur returned with his sea treasure and founded a great city here. Okay. I don't think these are really relevant. I'm just taking them. No cause for alarm. Yeah, I've seen this book too in the game already. Wait, which one was this one? Yeah, add to wares. Add to wares. Add to wares. I don't think we need any of these. Alright, let's see if we can get any of this.
Tavish, get down here!
Alright, so he can't grab that one. For some reason.
A hero at heart.
Slippery little blighter.
Oh, you got it! Good job, Wyll. Alright, this is Stead's Virtues of Unions. Let's read it. Virtues of Unions. It is quite obvious that larger kingdoms offer benefits to all peoples within. As a kingdom grows, so does its fields, its populace, and its economy. A few charred corpses is a worthy sacrifice if a dragon offers to share its hoard after all. So too should you seek union, however imperfect. Should a powerful kingdom march its army on your borders, some friction is inevitable, of course. Citizens' rights might erode, for instance, but such lesser issues will be sanded down by the march of time, such as the price of peace. Okay.
Elminster's not around, so it might as well.
Let's group everyone up.
Sharp as ever.
Let me work my magic.
Sleight of hand failed.
Damn thing could just slow down a moment.
Alright, what's this? Baldur founds a city. This text roots its subject on Baldurin, a sailor of exquisite renown who founded the city of Baldur's Gate many years ago. Baldurin claimed a guardian and friend, Ansur. Bright were Ansur's scales, and brighter still his breath. Yet after a betrayal too piercing to recount here in worthy detail, Ansur fled beneath the stone, thereby changing the name of the region he now slumbers under to match his draconic lineage. Yeah, I think we've read that before. How are we going to catch the third book? Do we need to catch the third book? Well, let's see what else is down here. Dwarven taxonomy. Gives a full and complete categorization of dwarves. Yeah, I think we've seen that before. Gnome Father. I don't think I've read this. The introduction of Gnome Father reads like this. Most splendiferous, gregarious, and overall duplicitous of gods, especially for the gnomes, who embody these attributes quite cheerfully, is Garl Glittergold. A favorite phrase deployed at gnomish parties and suppers comes from Garl's reply to the mad prophet Osterfeld, who promised Garl the moon, the sun, and all the glinting stars if he could only answer the 3 riddles. To which Garl said, pull the other one, it's got bells on. I like it. Okay. So what are we going to do? I mean, I already think that...
Still breathing, despite everything.
This one here, Swelto's Ethics of War, he's talking about raising the enemy to the ground, and I don't think that's necessarily a good thing to do. I agree with the other book that talked about, you know, uniting and whatnot, but oh, I don't have a weapon in my hand here. I need my counterspell staff, this one. There we go. But I want to read the 3rd book before I make up my mind, just in case.
Hold still, will you?
Okay, I've already failed, so it's not going to work. Do we have a slow spell? Ray of Frost, maybe? Reduces the target's movement speed. Yeah. That didn't hit it. Oh, it destroyed it. Oops. That wasn't good. Oh well. I thought it would just slow it down, not destroy it. Alright, well... We don't know what amps and memoirs were. But like I said, I don't think it was... Oh.
Alright. What now?
I don't think this guy's Ethics of War were the right thing. So I'm going to attack this guy, Swelto.
Watch your back.
Just out of curiosity, I want to see what Amp's memoirs said. Or AMAPs. AMAPs. AMAPs said, my life has been a long succession of pleasures. To see my town take to my ideas and cease legal discrimination of local orcs. To see my fights against horrid living conditions in the city factories take off. To have the chance to see a new generation take to these ideas of a better, kinder, fairer, intelligent world and run with it into new reaches of the continent. It was not a life without struggle, however, and I shall regret its failures. My old friend Swelto comes to mind, who adopted such cruel ideologies later in life. I will forever console myself in the idea that such a brilliant mind would only conceive such theories under the strain of exile and the promise of reinstatement, as she ultimately was. Alright, so Swelto definitely needs to go. And that was the decision I had already made anyway, so this is not really a spoiler or anything, but I was just curious. Alright, Astarion. Give it to Swelto. Did we do the right thing? I assume the statue lit up. We chose wisely, I guess. I didn't get to see what he said, though. Alright.
Defender of the people.
Let's go, Wyll. I think we did it, though. I think that was the third one. The statue is lit up. The statues, yeah, the statues out here are all lit up. Oh, but we've got one down here still. Right, okay, so there's 4 trials. I was saying earlier I thought there were 3. There's 1, 2, 3, and then this one. Okay. Let's do a save. Can I save? Alright. It says it's saving. Excellent. Save successful. Okay. That is all I'm going to do today because I need to go eat dinner. It is 7 o'clock where I am. I've been streaming for over 2 hours, but I've been playing the game for probably over 3 hours because I started playing, like I said, just doing some inventory management and stuff. Nothing super important. But then I started streaming a couple hours ago, and now I'm going to head out. So we still have one more trial to complete, and then we got to go in and deal with Ansor. And I'm enjoying this. I don't know why. The first time I came down here, I was having such a hard time with it. I think I was just having a bad day, and I wasn't thinking clearly. But I think I also wasn't level 12 yet, and I didn't know about that globe spell to protect all of us and all of that. So yeah, we're handling it this time, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not put the cart before the horse. We haven't finished the last trial yet. We've got to do that one, and then we've got to go in and find out what the deal is with Ansor. Can't wait. So I will be doing that tomorrow, which tomorrow is the day before Thanksgiving holiday here in the US. And so I don't know if that means I'm going to have no viewers or I'm going to have a lot of viewers or what. But I hope it means that you guys are going to have a great Thanksgiving holiday. However you do or don't celebrate it, I hope you get some time off. That's always nice. I know it's a big deal to a lot of people, getting together with family and friends and eating big meals and having a good time. But then, you know, for people who don't have access to that, it makes things feel even more sad in a way, if you know what I mean. You know, if you know other people are out having fun and you don't have anybody to hang out with, or you don't have a family to spend Thanksgiving with, it can kind of feel sad. So I hope you don't feel sad. You can always come and spend your time with me. I am going to be home for Thanksgiving. I'm not going out. We were going to go to my in-laws, but because we have our sick little kitty, we have to stay home and keep an eye on him. Otherwise, we would have to like lock him in a kennel the whole day, and I don't want to go off and do that because he'll have to wear a collar, and in case his collar gets stuck on something and something happens, you know, I got to be here to see that he's all right and make sure he gets, you know, food and water and goes to the bathroom and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to just lock him in there all day. So we're not going to go to Thanksgiving out of town. We're going to stay here with him, and so I probably will play more Baldur's Gate on Thanksgiving. But anyway, I'm not going to make a turkey and all of that. I'm so over all of that cooking big meals. I cook a lot of meals for my family anyway, and we occasionally do big fancy meals for fun, you know, for birthdays or just for Sundays or whatever. So like having a big meal is not that big of a deal to us. We might do fish and chips tomorrow or Thursday for Thanksgiving, actually, or I might do a beef roast. I've got a couple of options. There was one year we did a big Mexican food bar, like a buffet thing, where you had all different kinds of tortillas and all different kinds of meats and all beans and, you know, toppings and cheese and whatever. And we just laid it all out on the table and said, make a giant Mexican feast for yourself. That was a lot of fun. I'd like to do that with Indian food one day. Just have a giant Indian food buffet for a Thanksgiving. I think it's fun to do different meals like that. But anyway, I am very thankful that you are here if you've made it this far. I am thankful. And take care of yourselves. Until next time. Bye.